Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. Today, I'm going to be going over my win-loss picks for the week. Now, obviously, this is mainly a fantasy football channel. If you know my channel and you follow me, then you know that. So I'm going to be getting at you with my start-sit decisions starting tomorrow. But something that I've been wanting to implement into my channel is my win-loss predictions every single week. So I'm going to be doing that early in the week. And then as we get later in the week, I'm going to talk about who you need to start, who you need to sit, advanced strategies for winning and taking home a fantasy championship. So I'm going to be at y'all probably tomorrow with those start-sit decisions, and I'm going to be with you through the rest of the fantasy playoffs. But I'm also going to be implementing these win-loss predictions every single week at the earlier part of the week, right? So I'm going to start right here with the first game on my list, and that's the Patriots and the Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to kill the Patriots. The Patriots can't move the ball whatsoever. Belichick can't find an answer at quarterback. The Steelers defense has the Patriots way outmatched, even with playing a backup quarterback. I think the Steelers are going to run over them. Is there really that big of a difference between Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky? No, not at all. Steelers are winning this game. I got the Bucs beating the Falcons. The Falcons are terrible, guys. I mean, they are a team that is poorly coached. They're inconsistent on both sides of the ball, especially on offense, because they just can't find a solution at quarterback. They spend extremely high draft capital on a running back, and they aren't even really using him as much as they should. I understand that he's got a long career ahead of him, and they want to keep him healthy. But if they want to win games, they've got to cut Bijan loose. I don't trust them to do that. They're not getting him the opportunity share that he should be getting. The Bucs are winning this game. Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans are going to dismantle the Falcons. Bucs win this game by 5 points or something like that. Next on my list, I actually have the Chicago Bears upsetting the Detroit Lions. I think that Justin Fields is playing for his life. We're probably going to see a better game out of Justin Fields. He's actually been pretty decent since coming back from injury. He's got that great connection with DJ Moore. I think the Lions are a little bit more vulnerable than their record suggests, although their defense has been pretty good this year. I like the Chicago Bears to upset the Lions this week. I think that they're going to move the ball a lot more efficiently than people think. And obviously, Detroit can move the ball as well, but this is just going to be one of those close games that come down to the wire. I have Chicago pulling out the upset. Next on my list is going to be Bengals and Colts. I actually have the Bengals winning this game. Obviously, Jamar Chase can function very well without Joe Burrow as his quarterback. That was a good sign to see on Monday Night Football. I think the Bengals, at the end of the day, they just have superior offensive weapons with their three-headed monster at the wide receiver position. I have them winning this game against the Colts. The Colts are just not that good of a football team. I think the Bengals are a little bit better. The Colts are favored by 1. I think the Bengals are winning this game. Next on my list is going to be Browns and Jags. This is the easiest prediction on the week. The Browns are winning this game. The Jaguars are not going to be able to move the ball whatsoever with the backup quarterback. The overall efficiency of the offense is going to suck. And obviously, neither team has their quarterback. And so they both have problems on offense because of this. With that being said, the Browns have the significantly better defense. I have them winning this game. Saints and Panthers, I have the Saints beating the Panthers pretty handily in the Dome. At the end of the day, Jameis Winston can run a pretty high-scoring offense. Obviously, he's a little bit turnover-prone as well, but he can put points on the board because he airs the ball out, and he's not afraid to take shots downfield. They're going to destroy the Saints. Texans are going to beat the Jets. This is one of the easiest ones on the week. The Jets are just terrible. They're a bad football team. They've got a good defense, obviously, but they can't move the ball whatsoever. If you can't move the ball, you can't win games. I have the Texans winning easily. Next on my list is going to be the Rams and the Ravens. I have the Rams pulling out the upset in this game. This is probably my biggest upset in the week. I think that the Rams are still pretty good on both sides of the ball. I mean, they've still got Aaron Donald on the defensive end of the ball. And when it comes to their offense has been very good. Their offense has been so much better than anyone has expected this year. Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp are getting healthier on a weekly basis. Puka Nacua has been absolutely insane. Kyron Williams has emerged in the offense. This offense is the surprise of the NFL, and I think they're going to pull off the upset this week in Baltimore. Yeah, next on my list is going to be the Vegas Raiders and the Vikings. I've got another upset here. I've got the Vegas Raiders beating the Vikings in this game. The Vikings don't have their quarterback situation figured out whatsoever. They don't know what they're going to do with them. How is Justin Jefferson going to function in this offense without Kirk Cousins? I still think that he could be good, but, when Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson were both healthy, the Vikings weren't even really winning games. I really don't think this is that good of a football team. They somehow managed to win a lot of their really close games. They did it last year. They've done it a little bit this year. So they're one of those teams that find a way to win, but I just don't really understand how. Now, obviously, they have Justin Jefferson coming back, which is a good thing. But as far as the quarterback-wide receiver connection, Aiden O'Connell and Devontae Adams have had more time to gel than whoever plays quarterback for the Vikings this week and Justin Jefferson. So when it comes to the passing game, I think that Devontae Adams is actually going to have a pretty big game. This is one of the more unpredictable matchups on the week. But I have the Raiders upsetting the Vikings. Next on my list is going to be the 49ers and the Seahawks. Easy prediction. 49ers are winning this game. They're pretty apparently the best team in the NFL. I mean, I think most people would agree with that. I think they're going to run over the Seahawks. Seahawks aren't even going to have time to pass because the San Francisco pass rush is so ridiculously good. Their offensive line, Christian McCaffrey, all their freaking weapons, Brock Purdy, they're just unstoppable. This team is beating the Seahawks. Next game on my list is Bills and Chiefs. I actually think that the Bills are going to upset the Chiefs at Arrowhead. I think that the Bills are the flukiest team in the NFL as far as their record. 6-6 does not represent how good they are. This is still a team with the potential to win a Super Bowl. They have the talent on both sides of the ball. The Chiefs, I think, are actually a little bit more vulnerable. I think that the Chiefs have more flaws on their roster than the Buffalo Bills do. I mean, they really haven't been able to find that true wide receiver one, whereas in Buffalo, you have Stephon Diggs. So, you have the advantage of a true wide receiver one, whereas the Chiefs do not. Josh Allen's still a very good quarterback. He's been inconsistent this year, so he's getting a bad rap because of recency bias. But this is a quarterback that has the talent to lead a team to a Super Bowl. They have an elite defense. I think they're going to upset the Chiefs on the road. Next on my list is the Chargers and the Broncos. I have the Chargers winning this game. Their offense has to explode at some point. They have way too much offensive firepower to be held down like this every week. Obviously, the play calling's been bad. The offense has been inefficient, but they are just way too talented to not come out and explode offensively at some point. They're going to have that big, high-scoring game soon. I think that's this week. They're going to kill the Broncos. I have the Chargers winning this game. Eagles and Cowboys, man, this game's tough. I mean, this game's really tough, but I have the Eagles winning. The Cowboys are actually favored. And I'm a big Cowboys fan, so I hope I'm wrong on this. I want the Cowboys to win, but at the end of the day, I think the Eagles, they just execute better, right? Both teams are so talented on both sides of the ball, but at the end of the day, the Eagles tend to execute in the high leverage situation. They avoid penalties a lot of times because of the refs, but they seem to be penalized a lot less than the Dallas Cowboys. This is a game that could come down to just a penalty late in the game or some sort of clock management mistake or something on the part of the Cowboys. I've been a Cowboys fan my whole life. I've seen it over and over again. They very often get out-coached, and in close games, and I think this is going to be a close game, they usually have a disadvantage because they do something stupid at the end of the game to find a way to lose. So despite having talent on both sides of the ball, in a close game, I'm taking the Eagles. I think they win against the Cowboys. Next on my list is going to be the Titans and the Dolphins. Easy pick. I have the Dolphins winning this game by a lot. They're favored by a lot. There's no reason they shouldn't run all over the Titans. So this is a really easy pick. The Dolphins win this week. Next and final game on my list is the Packers and the Giants. I had the Packers beating the Giants. They're rolling right now. Their offense has been extremely consistent and fun to watch. The Giants are absolutely terrible. Might be the worst team in the NFL. They're not going to have any chance to win this game. The Packers win this game. All right, guys, those are my predictions for the week. Hopefully it helps you for whatever purpose you want to use it for, and I'll be at you later this week with start-sit decisions for your Week 14 fantasy lineup. All right, later.